Good morning everyone, my name is Christian from Two-Headed Wolf Gaming and welcome back to Path of Exile, and we're very close to the end game. At the time of this posting there's also the event of the Endless Delve going on, so tomorrow you'll be seeing an episode from me in regards to that event and how it goes and how it looks and everything else. But if you already got an idea of how this game is played, then you might wanna check it out. There's a bunch of guides out there. Like even if you look on the YouTube, there are some of the bigger the long-time player of Path of Exile that have made guides with different builds and different ideas of how you could get better at the game and survive. So you can give that a go. Or you can go via Steep to the Q&A session that the guys at GGG offered. It's a little information, so you might need a bit more guidance if you are not too sure of what to do. But do check it out. I do encourage you to give it a go, even if it might be something that you don't like. Give it a go, you never know until you try it. Let's see, we're gonna gather a few quests over here. Let's see, Divine Flask, Divine Mana Flask. Do we need more mana? No, this is pretty good. We could go with something that's like this, a hallowed hybrid flask, because it does give us mana, 480 at that, and this is our mana pool entirely. But it would also provide us with life when used. So it's a pretty good idea to keep it as a reserve, right? 10% chance to dodge attack and dodge spell hits, I do like that as well. I think I would throw it instead of this quick flask. It also provides us with phasing, and I think all in all this is better. Do I want the quartz flask or do I want the hallowed hybrid flask? I think I'm gonna go with the hollow one. Let's give this a go. So we have immunity to bleeding, immunity to poison. We still don't have something that reduces or removes curses from us. So let's try making this one. We have 2. So immunity to burning, no. 25 reduced charges. Not the best. What else could we throw in from here? Nothing especially, so what I'll do is that I'll sell this armor and these flasks. We're gonna get 7 orbs there, so I am going to afford 2 of these orbs of fusing. Try to make this bow work once more. But it's all based on luck, so yep, it didn't work again. What can you do? We're gonna keep trying. Sometimes it is like this. And it's going to depend on our luck, on whether we get a 5 link or something along those lines. Anything else we should care for? Let's talk to Lily and Waylam. They'll probably give us 2 quests as well. A few extra points wouldn't hurt. Let's see. Let's go through the cathedral rooftop. Activate our auras just in case. And then we'll explore this way. Ooh, that was a really bad hit that we got there. So as you can see, at this point of the game, like especially against some of these monsters, we are getting hit pretty badly. I'm not gonna open that portal, we're not tough enough. And that is because we haven't really built defense. This is the main lesson in Path of Exile. Let's see, this guy increases the damage dealt to allies. Well, he died. But you can pause and read some of his modifiers and why he was so tough. But this is the main problem with Path of Exile. In other games, you gain armors and items that are based on your level, and it's somehow, no matter what type of character you play, it's generally just armor, like games like Diablo, right? Everything offers you mostly armor, and then you get a bit of dodge and a bit of other abilities through stats mostly. But in this game, there are multiple types of defenses, and there are also multiple types of ailments. And even though, for example, you might be very tough, like have a lot of life that would protect you very well against damage and maybe even avoidance, if someone hits you with a poison damage and you don't have a way to mitigate that, then you will be dying pretty quickly as well, especially if you don't have any chaos resistances, which poison works with. So it's a pretty interesting way to build it, but it's also pretty tough for new players to wrap their heads around what they need to do in order to create a good character. Let's see, through here I can't really go through, right? This is a weird map. I've never had one like this, but I guess there's another way through. We just need to find it. Maybe we'll go this way and try to see if there's a passageway through here. And there is. I think one of the ideas that we could apply for this particular character, like thinking about it, is that we would need plenty more life. I think removing a few points from the damage and throwing it into life could be a good tactics in this situation. Especially because we are doing damage over time. And damage over time requires you to survive. I think we spoke about this in a few episodes as well. A few episodes ago as well. Let's see. We have this one. These level ups, like I was looking at. I really need to keep working on saying what I see and not just keep it to myself, so to speak. Summon an ice golem, yes, I do want that. A blacksmith stone here. There we have it, a few traps there, and we're done. Hey, look, like that guy, even though he was magical, he died pretty quickly without having to worry too much, like 2 stacks of bleeding on them, and it is more than enough for them to fall over. It's just that they need time. We're moving into the Ravage Square here. And let's see, we should find the ossuary because that's where the portal to the town center is, and it's going to help us move around the map a whole lot quicker with all these quests that we have on hand. So let's look for that first of all. How close are we to a level up? We're pretty close. Good. Okay, so we need to get to the other side of this map. Can we go through here? No, we cannot. So we'll have to go around a little bit. Maybe we could go to the other areas. Let's see. To the reliquaries. Or in the reliquary we need to find the teardrop. And we need to find the Lenta in the control blocks and kill her. Okay, well, let's do that. First of all, and then we'll look further in for the down portals. Another level up. I think it is for puncture or for steel skin or something. Steel skin. Okay, I'll level it up, I think, one more time and that's it. I'll have to look at the cast on damage as well. The thing is, you don't wanna do the cast when damage taken too much. Mostly because at some point you won't be able to take that level of hits. Right? So we have 1800 life. If it's at 1800 lag, then we will die in one hit. I'll show you what I mean in a second. Maybe thinking about it, maybe you don't know exactly what I'm talking about, so I'm going to show you here as well. So we have this cast one damage taken. You can see that this is triggered when we take a total of 1100 damage. Which means that at this point we shouldn't be upgrading it anymore. Because too much further and yeah, we'll be killed in one hit. So applying steel skin won't matter anymore if you're dead, right? Okay. Let's see, where is Vienta, and take her out. See what kind of items would we find here. We can close this portal at any point. So we could get a bit of armor there. I think that maybe at the end of this series or mini-series I will try to look it up and maybe put down in the comments a suggestion, or somewhere, maybe I'll say in the video, a suggestion of a bleeding range character. Just try to look for one that would be good. Maybe you wanna play this type of character, maybe you wanna make it yourself. So I'm just gonna try to look for a good build, if I do remember. There's a possibility that I might not remember with everything that's going on, with the events and all that, but I will try to.
My mana is gone.
And if I do forget, just go easily and look on YouTube, write Path of Exile or PoE Ranger Bleeding and look at the videos that you find. I know I'm not saying anything revolutionary, but that's how it goes. So let's see, Grace. Yeah, I wanna keep upgrading Grace because it does not multiply the mana consumption. Let's see, how are we here on damage? So if I will throw another point in here, this is 2900 and we are at 3000. I mean, it's not bad, but I am thinking about what to do with health. Let's look for life nodes. Life. There's one here with 10% extra life. There's some life leeching here, which could be good. Thick-skinned is good as well. I think that's about it, all in all. So this is what we're going for next. Go with these two life nodes. This a 20% increased armor, 400 to armor while affected by guard skill buff. We're not gonna use the guard skill buff. But I am going to take these nodes. And then I'm going to probably go this on this side, get these nodes, probably these far side nodes as well. We'll see. Should be getting them pretty soon. I think some of these side quests will offer us a few points, a few skill points to use, so we'll do that. Okay. Ooh, we have here one of these digging worms. Let's see, can we survive this attack? He's running away and summoning a few more enemies. That guy with the sights in his arms, he's always so tough, the hunter. Okay, let's put down a few more ballistas here. Let's bring on some of our other abilities as well. Apparently, if we do put a bit of a debuff on them, on these rare enemies, it's about enough to help us in these situations, meaning it helps them die quicker. Look at that, a few bleeding stacks over him, and now he's taking damage like crazy. But that's not even close to the amount of damage that you can do to an enemy. Okay, we're still getting plenty of experience and I do like that. Let's go to this arena. And now we're fighting Vilenta. She might be a bit tough for our character over here. Yep, thought so. Let's see. Okay, and now she's doing a bit of a drive-by, while also summoning a few minions. Okay, let's keep her blinded. Maybe stack a few of these poisons on her. Okay, let's take a scroll to town portal just to fill our flasks, and now we're going back. Ooh, that was an ugly bombardment there.
My mana is gone.
I think I'm using my stacks too wildly, even though they are very necessary to keep and survive. So let's see. Throw in that curse. Good. So far so good. Done. So now we have her. We can go back to our town. Talk to Lani over here. Get a passive skill point, which is awesome. We're going here. We're getting 5% extra life. That will bring us to 1955 life. Probably just doing it differently here.
Can't see why I'd
Let's
want to
see.
do that here.
So instead of taking that back, we're gonna use this town portal, which is right near the entrance, and we're gonna exit it and continue our quest. Looking next for the reliquary. And we have been in these areas before, as you can remember. So most of the locations are exactly where they were last time as well. Even though the map is auto-generated and the passageways to these locations might not be all the same, the map does resemble the old map. So you don't have to worry about that. You'll find June and complete her mission. Yeah, I don't know too much about that. We'll see. Because her mission is pretty tough combined with some of my other characters that are much stronger. Really looking forward to the next league. It's going to teach us so much, like going for the first build. When I first decided to go for a build, it felt pretty unappealing, I would say. Somehow I didn't feel like it brought me value to copy someone else's build. Even though there is a group, you could say about this about any game, like you could go and look for a special build in Diablo, for example, and you can find some great builds out there, people who have spent many hours and could tell you the recipe for success, even in Diablo, right? You never felt the need to actually have to use a build, at least not for normal gameplay. In this one, I think it's a great lesson to actually try one out yourself, one made by someone who is an expert at the game. Mostly it's because there's a lot of knowledge with everything that's go both in attacks, in skills, in defense and everything else, and the type of enemies that are out there. Like you can see that there are a few enemies, some of the enemies that we fought, and they seem pretty tough. You will see that with a good build, they'll be very weak. They will feel very weak. But there are even greater enemies out there that you don't only need defense and attacks, but you will also need to pay attention to their patterns, because some of their attacks might still kill you. And it really depends on the type of build you have. For example, the worst enemy of melee builds is reflecting damage, reflecting melee damage. That can kill you like as quickly as you hit one of these enemies. Okay, we've collected the teardrop as well, so let's go back. Deliver the teardrop to Lily. Then there we have it. What kind of sash do we have? A pretty weak one at that. So we can get... let's get more life. Our character needs survivability, so we can do this. Maximum life, some mana, some fire resistance, and more life. Like all in all, I think this will be better. Not by a whole lot, but we can keep upgrading it.
See you soon.
Now we're going for the Ossuary. So what I'll do is that I'll take the road here to the Reliquary. We do the same thing we did last time, and now we're going back to the Ravage Square. Let's farm this experience right here with the magical enemies, even though there's this enemy here, which might be a tiny bit scary. Okay, good. This is Grace. Yep, I'm going to level it up again.
I'm not up to that just yet. My mana is gone.
Okay, so... now we are on this side. Let's see, can we go through here probably? Either through here or through the southern part. We need to find a passageway through. Let's throw in a bit more bleeding. I guess through the south is where we need to go. We'll do that. Good, we've passed over on this side, so now we can look for the ossuary. And here it is, right as I said earlier, like the waypoint and the ossuary on this side. And into the bone pits it is. Another card, no traces. Good, took care of that enemy. Let's see the card, 30 orbs of scouring. We could reset a bunch of skills by doing that. In this area the bleeding feels really good, wouldn't you say? Let's bring out some of our abilities here with the blades. Okay, let's keep following it. Ah, they got us, and they got us good there.
I'm not up to that just yet.
Let's see if we can still catch it. There is a small possibility that we do. Yep. A few bleeding marks on them.
My mana is gone.
Extra life. That extra life really slows down our bleeding. And searching eye jewel. Okay, that's about it. There's another labyrinth in here. I do wonder, how many of these did we do? Oh, we have only 2, so we could do another one. Let's look for it. I think we discovered it last time, right? I think I might have forgotten to go for it. There we have it, taking care of these guys pretty well. We're going to get one more level soon. So we're looking for the elixir of allure and the way into the labyrinth right now. Probably we need to go on this side. We could go like so. That's where a hideout is placed. Let's bring in the blades just to take care of these enemies quickly. We'll be recharging it soon. I am not gonna go into the corrupted area. Mostly because I don't need anything from there. There we have it. The elixir of allure, which we have to bring back to Waylam. And now let's see, where do we find the next, or this trial that is showing us? It's probably on that side. Let's see. What is this? Steel skin? Sure, we're gonna upgrade steel skin again.
I'm not up to that.
I do
just
see
yet.
a book there, so here might be the trial. Let's see. Okay, there's some poison damage going on. And there we have it, and we have another one here. Yeah, so we do have this area already. Good.
What do you need?
Let's give Waylon
If you're thinking about dying,
his quest. We got only 2 passive respecs
Can't
over
see why
there,
I'd want to do that here.
and that's about it. So for this episode, there are only probably 2 more episodes left in this series. There's the next one where we're going to go after another level of ascendancy, because I forgot to do it during this episode, but we're going to keep going for it and then look for the Chamber of Innocence. Maybe there's more actually, maybe 3 episodes. Anyway, pretty soon it's going to be done. So take everything that you saw here with a grain of salt. As I said, this is a very different playthrough than what you will see online. This is going to be looking like your first time playing the game without any knowledge behind it. But then we're gonna level up So stick around, see what's going to happen next, or I'll see you probably in January when the new league starts as well. But for the moment, I thank you very much for watching, I hope you have enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.